Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Hungry Poets TV. This week we have the Magic Show, another protest poetry edition, but this time we have an all-female lineup. It is going to be amazing. The Black Girl Magic that is in this building. Oh, supreme. I'm telling you. We have a real serious issue going on out here, and I really want to cover it from all angles, and I wanted to cover it through people's artwork. So we're gonna start. We're gonna bring out our first guest. She is absolutely amazing. She's recently been posted by Sway. You gotta check her out, my girl Petty Wap. Petty Wap, please come to the stage and bring your black girl magic with you.
Hey.
Yes. Petty, thank you so much for coming this evening and blessing our stage. Please let them know what you're about. Let them know why you one of my favorites.
Okay. Hi, my name is Petty. I'm from Jamaica, Queens. And I don't know why I'm your favorite. I didn't know I was your favorite. But I'm a rapper, poet, singer. I do all of that. And I try to speak about anything that's going on right now within me, other people, whatever they can relate to through my raps. So yeah. And I've been rapping for going on 9 years.
9 years? How old are you, girl?
I'm gonna be 21.
So cute. I'm sorry. Like on crack. Give us some magic.
Okay. So
Ready.
I'll do something a cappella first before I get into the one with the beat. Okay. I hope you take this personal. If you ain't down to ride for your people, I can't work with you. Fellow kings and queens, treat your hustle with respect. And if they ever come for you, they better come correct, come reflect with me. We always been royal, and I swear we grow trees when they put us in soil. It's a fact, cause we black, and we always bounce back and attack paperbacks full of history, carefree victories. They don't love you, but I love you. And if you don't think you're powerful, then you're bugging. Listen like a diamond on the paper, see my words hold weight. Make no mistake, cause we better not break. You gotta fight like Malcolm, dream like Martin. Fertilize your knowledge, cause your mind is like a garden, feel me? And how we made it through the struggle ain't a mystery. Extraordinary, it's embedded in our history. That's the first one. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fake applause is making me miss a real stage. Yes, I see your comment.
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I was giving you real applause, but the fake applause, it kind of does it for you, does it, right?
Yes. I'm going to do the second one for you. And this is for... The beginning of it is dedicated to all the black men in my life, all the black men everywhere that need to be told that they're loved right now. And then the song as a whole is just for everybody who's feeling the weight of everything going on right now. And it's on all streaming platforms too. So just look up Petty with 2 Y's. This is for my black boys, black men, black brothers, black friends. They see you through the same lens. It's sad that you can never be vulnerable. Feel at home with yourself. Pick you up and tear you down and put you back on the shelf. Just know you worth it. You're not a king. That's an understatement. You wasn't put on this earth simply for entertainment. Simply amazing. No, they try to strip your heart of the way you naturally loves. That's what sets you apart from the world. Whether you loving on your mama or your girl. We need you, black boy. Fill us with your black joy. And you scream if you need to. For the world with black noise, I'm gonna stand with you. Raising up my hands for you. Don't matter if I'm yelling to the sky. Telling them don't shoot. Don't you forget that you could be your most authentic self. Don't be no one else. I love you just the way you are. I love your scars. Admire them like the stars you are. You are greatness. You are guidance. Pressure will make a diamond. You are strength. You are light. Always ready to fight. You are greatness. You are guidance. Pressure will make a diamond. You are love. And you are love. Look. I don't even know you, but I know it's a fact that you a young black king, so they target your back. Like no matter what you say or what you seem to do, treat you like some criminals and animals. They don't know how to handle you. See, I got brothers and uncles and cousins and homies yelling fuck 12, so they kill us by the dozen. See, that's what you get for being born black. Oscar Grant rode the train and got two in his back. They killing our men. They get mad at the public. See, Lando's girl stood strong while he got shot in the stomach. Damn, I don't think I got that strength in me. I hug my brothers every day, cause tomorrow's never guaranteed. And see, I've been thinking about my people falling and how I'm praying for your safety if you ever cross them. Cause they been evil, man, they been a problem. And it's queens get the money, but I'm rooting for everybody. We kings and queens, no more falling to statistics. You making your future, no more falling to the system. And I'm fixing crowns if they crooked it down. Cause it's all lives matter to you, black and you brown, and you are greatness, you are guidance. Pressure will make a diamond. You are strength, you are light. Always ready to fight, and you are loved. And you are loved. Okay, that's the end of that one. Wow.
You are dope. You are so dope. Thank you. You are loved.
Thank you. You
All
are
right?
loved.
You are loved. That was amazing. I appreciate you for dedicating that to our black men and black boys that are out there fighting a good fight, all because they're black or brown. It's
Yep.
sad. It's sad. But thank you. Please hold out because I will be bringing you back for our short panel discussion towards the end. I really would like to get your perspective on what we're going to discuss tonight, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh. PettyyWap started our show off with some truth, some absolute for truth heat. You are loved. Everything she said was so true, so needed, so real. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share something that I wrote. Everything that I say on this show is new fire because, well, I don't know if it's fire, but it's new. New shit, new shit, new shit, new shit. I wish I had an echo for that, but I don't. So I'm gonna read this to you. It's called Arbery. Is there any other meaning besides what you can look up? Because when I Google this word, it simply shows that the world still does not give a fuck about a life that was taken so senselessly, or about a man whose name is now a chant, hashtag justice for Arbery. But I don't think that you yet understand what his name means. Because when you type it into Google, it will always read as slaughtered, man down. Read as man shot while jogging. Read as killed by two racist pricks with guns so big it can only be bought by men who are compensating for their little ass dicks. Or at least it should. Arbery should now stand for arm bearing, which he wasn't. But that brings the question, should we be? That goes to the community who are black like me, to those who are affected by hashtag justice for Arbery. It makes me think of a book, A Time to Kill, where John Grisham really wrote about a time to feel where two white men disrespected a black girl, and for them it was fiction, but for too many in history, that time was real. So I ask to you yet, is this the time to kill? Because hashtag justice for Arbery let us know that this time is real. And if you're black, the target on your back is still blinking red and still. So to black men and boys, is this the time to feel? So I ask to you, Grisham, Trump, Pence, McCain, Bernie, Biden, and Honorable President Obama still? Is this yet our time to kill? Is this in the movie that was made? Samuel L. Jackson let it be known that he will defend his daughter until his breath laid still. And I and my community let it be known we will defend our black men until our gravestone still. So I say, when I look up Arbery, should Google or Bing say it's the time to kill? Or finally, are you going to make this a time when they feel? So yeah, that was hashtag justice for Arbery. But it's just I'll take a pause. I'll take a pause for real. My fake applause feels real. I'm not even gonna lie. It feels kind of real. Like I felt like you guys agree with me. I know you agree with me of what's going on right now. You guys are out there protesting, showing that you do agree that justice for Arbery needs to not just be a hashtag, it needs to be a thing. They need to get justice for everybody who's being killed by the police. Hashtag defund the police. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out my next guest, right? So next up, I have this girl who is so fire. I met her years ago, and she's always been this amazing poet. We recently did a show together at a food tasting, which was really good. Black owned, because that's what we're going to support from now on. Hashtag Black owned. But I'd like to bring her to the stage. Ebony Eyze, can I have you to the stage? Yes. Hi, Ebony. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored.
I love to see this. I love to see this. Bringing your black girl magic to my beautiful stage. This is Hungry Poets TV, the magic show, because we got all this black girl magic. You see this? You see those beautiful eyes?
Yes, I
So,
got my mirage of history behind me, Black history. From
yes, show them your black history.
yes, so I'll stand to the side and you see the fallen soldiers in the music game. You know, Aaliyah, all those who we know in the music game who made an influence. All the black artists. I have Maya
Yes.
Angelou, who is my inspiration. She's the one that inspired me to start writing poetry at age 9. Langston
Mm,
Hughes, Duke Ellington, of course, the 44th president, Barack Obama, and his wife, Michelle, as well as all the ancestors, the sisters, um, Black sisters, the ancestors who paved the way for us, Rosa Parks. So I'm in good company right now.
yes, you are. Yes, you are. I feel like you have brought all of that energy to my show. Thank you for bringing all of that greatness to this show, you beautiful black woman. So, what I want you to do is, since you brought all of this great energy, I would like you to share some of your great artwork with us and tell us how you feel. Okay?
Okay. Well, this poem is dedicated to the person who started this movement that we have now, which is George Floyd in the streets. And when I first saw the video, heard the news, and I watched all 8 minutes and 46 seconds of it, um, I contemplated and I reflected on how I felt being a Black woman and how the men in my family felt or would feel if they were in George Floyd's place. So, this is a dedication to George Floyd, his family, and the movement. And this is new, by the way. So, I'm going to read it to you. My soul cried today. I took for granted this sip of water, unconsciously reaching out to my brother who lay thirsty on the cold concrete. Me pressed, pleading, saving the last 15 ounces, hoping it would reach him. 1 minute. In a panic, cuffed, he was blatantly hidden behind tires, pressing the alert button. Code blue. Devil's a liar. Code blue. Each one run. One black man fall. We all victim. Code blue. What did he do? Wait. Code blue. Surrounded. We can't get through. 2 minutes. Would have dialed his mom instead of 911 to keep him safe. At least he could have felt the warmth of her love and embrace before slipping away. He screamed her name as if he became that helpless little boy inside who will cry for the little boy, A. Fisher, who will cry, I can't breathe. 3 minutes. Words repeatedly thrown into air. he desperately wishes to receive. Part of a live jury of bystanders in disbelief, hung not by decision of what we witnessed, but of how it came to be. Counterfeit and narc could never outweigh the melee and disregard for being human, further being man, further being black in the US of A. 4 minutes. As veins squeeze in pain throughout his body, I lobby at blue surrounding to push back, push off, pull up, slap shit out of reason into and reason into cleanse. To make me a believer again, no, to make me believe. Because America was never great to begin, but I hope in a possibility. Instead, posing as cameras roll, one hold, two hold legs, one look out till he's 5 minutes. Blue sits up on me to stare. Pressure under does not compare of that which is to come. Brown skins beg for mercy on behalf of him. Not only as Samaritans, because him looks familiar. Brother, cousin, uncle, nephew, father, son, familiar. Sister, aunt, niece, daughter, mom, familiar. I tried but can't seem to rewind back to one. My remote must be broke. When buttons pressed, history repeats instead. 6 minutes. I witnessed an execution. Sat behind a glass and chair as we hold hands, and hands as leather restraints held him in place as his body shaped and spirit fell. I called his mom today, but the Lord answered. Called his brothers too, but they couldn't help him through. 7 minutes. Anger starts to bleed like lava, boiling in my mind the monstrosity of mankind, that could blue ever be fine and black ever be right. That in 2020, 401 years of struggle can still lead to imperfect sight. Flashback back filled with whelps, front and chains, knee broke free, ran miles underground to gain common ground, Black Wall Street. Racial claims causing flames, black owned up in smoke, knee broke free, ran to college, so with knowledge, organized boycott, link arms for the right to vote for needs, water holes imposed, dogs and nightsticks inflicted, knee, bloody and bruised, ran to news crews so the ugliness the whole world can see. 80s baby, so no, say no to drugs, pushing to do the right thing, but brutality under blue to black. Rodney King, knee. Amadou, knee. Sean Bell, knee. Michael B, knee. Eric Garner, knee. Breathe. Sandra B, knee. Brianna T, knee. Tatiana, knee. Ahmad A, knee. Breathe. 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 8 minutes. 480 seconds too late. Say his name. George Floyd. Me. Enough. Black to blue. Time's up. Knees on you. Thank you.
Girl, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you. I felt that every minute. I felt that of what he must have been going through. How it was powerful. It was touching. It brought me back to the first time I watched the video where I literally cried. I cried because it's how could you have so much disregard for human life?
Exactly. Exactly.
It was sad. It was sad. It but do you have another piece that you can
I
share with us?
I do, and this one I'm going to do off the top of my head.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna share you. This is dedicated to all the Black brothers and sisters out there. You know, on social media, we have um, so much love, Black love, that's circulating through the streets as well. We calling each other Black, you know, kings and queens, and that's how it should be because we are kings and queens, and we come from royalty. So this is dedicated to you. What's this truth in my coffee? Tastes something like conviction. Folgers black, nothing mixed or distorted definition. Let me say, brother man, pronoun, profound. He closely united with another like the courage and vigor tattooed on your chest. Breast still plated, so durable nothing can penetrate it. Capital S for success. Sometimes read as crooked letter to zealous fellers or broken chinettes, but very underestimated, modest estimation of a royal highness. I see you. Wearing that pain and unfair game like it's in style, not even breaking a sweat. Shackles at your feet, nation on your back, queen in the right hand, children on the left. Voice of the opinionless or ones just less heard. Father to the fatherless, though your name rubbed in dirt, your potential curved like a breed of rockwaller, shifty. Thrown in a circle to fight, 1 against 50 now. That just ain't right. Wait, back to my coffee. No sugar? Give me 2 scoops. Handsome with a pinch of sweet. Put pleasure in 4 letters in everything you do. L, leader when undecided. O, officer when in need. V, victor over trials. E, educator when I don't see. But I see you. They don't notice, but I do. This truth is something else. Tastes something like Frenchunella hazel with a twist when mixed. Strength, passion, wisdom with a dash of sass and class definition. Let me say, sister girl, pronoun poignant. King's woman with character and allegiance to another like a delicate piece of art. Original Mona Lisa to Nefertiti sculptures hidden in deserted parts. Definitive, dominant, decision-making empress of civilization. Girl, you wearing that belly-bearing fruit like it's new. Ripen each seed till sweet. Cook clean after getting hands dirty all day. 180 degrees of separation no one can replace. Threads perfectly stitched to fit your frame to perfection. Work those hills and valleys. Golden thighs, cry with a smile. Makeup to hide the breakup, no taxi cab confession. Now, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. See, society telling lies on you, saying your brew ain't gourmet. The kind that vendors pour out at the end of the day, not worthy to place in a storefront display, but quick to sell out close to expiration date kind of brew. They don't know it ain't true, but I do. They with their hatefulness and jealous blues, they who point finger but haven't walked in your shoes, they with their acquired taste not equipped to relate, they who've forgotten from where they came. They call it godly to speak this way, but in his image we were made, and well, it's well known he doesn't make mistakes. So, brother man, sister girl, own your truth. Let it be. If no one does, I see the cool in you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. I like a lot of cream in my coffee, but I do not like my men the same way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You like them strong and
uh,
black? That's what it is.
what?
Strong and black, black and strong.
Mm, I'm telling you, there is nothing more beautiful to me than a strong black man. What? I
Oh
was
my
just
God.
discussing this with one of my homegirls lately. I was like, you ever look at a man, like a strong black man, and be like, he looked like he got a well manicured lawn and kids who listen. Just, ah, it just looks sexy. It's just something about the strong black man that just does it for me. Yes.
Yes,
But
I hear
thank
you,
you.
sis. I hear you.
Thank you for blessing my wonderful stage with your beautiful talent. You are amazing. Please stick around for our panel discussion. I have sent you the questions. You already know what they are.
Yes.
So you should be fully prepared. Thank you, and I'll see you in just a few minutes. All right.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it right flowing. I have another wonderful person. I just met this young lady, and her poetry is just so powerful. Her spoken word is just, it's thought provoking. She's beautiful. She is amazing. Please, please, please give it up for Angelic. Angelic, I'm sorry. Angelic.
Peace and blessings. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, sister. I hear
Oh,
you.
this is nothing new. And we just welcome all those who have come aboard. And so, with that, I'm going to start out by uplifting my queens that are on this, not a Zoom, I'm so used to saying Zoom, that are on this live tonight. And we're going to start there. Hey, beautiful Black queens. Thank you for knowing your worth and what it means. To wear the color of your skin, melanin, rich, body, butt, selected, butt, some within the six that you know they want to fool you and play. Make you think you're true, not the God. Blissfully balanced and brilliant and bravery. I wish they would stop believing we began and came from slavery. Your mother earth from birth of its foundation as God's gift and God's creation. Women were chosen to carry and care for life. 9 months in the womb, some premature, a little impatient, filled with the task of beautifying this world, demanding their time, love, and patience. Women were blessed with this blossoming bonus of birth in a human life, ready to take flight, being watched with this right to stop fight. And I know it's hard at times for you to understand, constantly under attack. Movies, music, entertainment, political issues, we are negatively labeled with negative reviews, making it difficult to choose. When they calling us worthless bees and hoes, it's just not all on you. Now, to avoid this repetition, you see, it takes proactive listening. But we're told to be tough, suck it up, because life gets rough. Blinding others to see the beauty in you, because you see, we have been following America's KKK standards of beauty and qualifications, but their definition of beauty, well, it needs an explanation. Now, I don't usually like to name names, but this right here is for the sake of our youth who demand that I speak the truth. Asking why those Kardashians so much attention, along with Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Biel, and Megan Fox, are the definition of what our young girls think are hot? Absolutely not. Not when we have the likes of beautiful queens such as Taraji P. Henson, Queen Latifah, Michelle Obama, Sister Soldier, Janelle Monáe, Erykah Badu, Rihanna Salon Jambi. Beauty comes in all shapes, colors, and sizes, trust me. Close your eyes for a second and imagine a world without you. Without your beautiful self brightening up this world with the presence of your style, your smile, your swagger. You know, you'll have to take that. Questioning why you do what you do. As you have accomplished any and everything you put that mind to. You know, I've met so many beautiful, bold, holistic women of color. And as I look around this room, I already know you're one of them too. Beauty is a state of mind. What you see in that mirror is mirrored by what is in your mind. So continue to be better than expected. Go beyond the listing. Because the only Black woman running this earth, as I look at you, I can tell you're beautiful too. Thank you.
All right, all right. So, Angelic, we were having a little issues with your speaker. So, what I want you to do is I want you to just log out and then come right back in. All right? So,
Okay.
before you do your second piece, okay? Because what you said was really powerful and I really want you to be heard, okay?
All right.
Thank you, my sister. So, I'll see you in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, I'm going to bring you something a little different, okay? This is something that I just wrote. I really, it was inspired by another one of my favorite poets. Her name is Shay the Poet. She was supposed to be here tonight. Things are unforeseen, but she will be on another episode. So she has this poem called To My Unborn Son. And it just really sparked something in me about having to bring a black child into this world. I haven't even titled it yet. That's how real and new it is. But here it goes. I used to pray to God for a healthy boy child. I used to pray that one day I could bring a child into this world that I would raise. But that America KKK showed that at any given opportunity they would put my child in chains or just lay him out plain. Leave him to die and member in blue. Just the thought of that made me change my prayer because I immediately lost control of the rage that began to ensue. I used to pray to God for a baby, and then I thought the baby was long overdue, but now I feel like He is saving me from what so many mothers have to go through. Like, how do you tell a child that being black means you are always armed? Because America KKK thinks that you are the most dangerous weapon. How do you tell a child that being black means you are labeled a criminal even if you have never committed a crime? How do you tell a child that their life is precious, but only to others, they are considered worthless? And not because of who you are, but because America KKK is heartless. How do you tell a child that their skin is the greatest gift, but also their worst curse? And if spotted by a Klan member, I mean cop, it will always mean no questions asked because they're gonna shoot first. How do I let my child leave the house saying, I'll see you later, not knowing if I will ever see him again? Because some Klan member, I mean cop, I keep doing that. I mean, Klan member, I mean, cop. He was said he was armed and dangerous, but he was simply in the park playing with a laser pen. How do I explain to my child that I sewed up all of your pockets closed out of fear that you won't remember to keep your hands exposed whenever you are approached? Because it will happen. So I began to pray for a girl child. This was until I watched the Klan members, I mean cops, on a routine stop that turned into her in cuffs, covered by a her in cuffs, then a murder mystery that was covered up. While America KKK sat back and watched this story unfurl about how black people could tell that she was dead in the mugshot because of the look in her eyes and the unnatural fall of her curls. I wanted a girl until a cop shot my friend and then set her aflame, leaving her to die alone in a fiery grave. Then to see America KKK's reaction to to it left me shocked and dismayed because I thought this was the land of the free and the home of the brave. But it is really a land bought with blood and a debt that my ancestors paid. I used to want children. But bringing a black child into America KKK is setting a child onto a path that is already paved, that starts with miseducation and displacement that leads them right into an early grave. There is no safe place for a black child in America KKK. So if I feel that my child shouldn't be safe, then why? Thank you. Can I please have Angelic back to the stage?
Thank you. Can
You
you hear
ready?
me now?
I hear you, boo.
Okay. So what
All
do we,
right.
am I moving on to the next poem? Or am I redoing that poem again?
No, you're gonna move right on to the next poem, okay?
Okay. So
Thank
the
you.
first one, were you able to hear it or you weren't able to hear it?
We heard it. We heard it. We heard it. I'd like
Okay.
you to move into the next one. Thank you.
The black man has a weapon. The question, is he safe anywhere? Black men seem to be in mortal danger no matter what they do, say, or wear, or carry in their hands nowadays. I felt threatened. I thought he had a weapon. Seems to be the response from all of them. As if it's a line from a script or a scriptured verse, tattooed on the brains only to leave bloodstains to be removed by a can of Coca-Cola. It is time I break the blueprint down. Or shall I say the imprint of his pens, his way of creating life. Yes, his stroke, his poke, his swag, his touch, his laugh, but this ain't no joke. As I break down sports, another distraction and tactics created just for you. Golf, basketball, football, baseball, all involve balls. Whether being placed in a whole basket, glove in hand, the black man's balls compared to any race or culture does not stand a chance. You know they want to end our existence into his presence. Without it, they cannot survive. So some try to hide, trying to separate what is clearly meant to be. Black love, Black unity. Kings, we want nothing more than to worship the ground you walk on. We always have your front and your back, but they said he had a weapon. Well, we love feeling that weapon in the bedroom. Why you think we get upset when we think you give it away to anyone on any given Sunday? Like when Cochran used to be strolling through that courtroom. I said, like when Cochran used to be strolling through that courtroom, the only people we are not respecting right now are OJ and Kanye. Wait, stop. I'm getting a little hot. Queens, please stop using the body as a primary form of communication when it's just another cry for attention, when all we want to do is to be loved, uplifted, and respected. We are the epitome of Black love. The fact that troglodytes say there's something wrong with us, when in reality, there's something wrong with them. Decades and centuries of trying to find ways just to get a little bit darker. Laser, suntan. Crystal dark people we have been taught to hate for decades. Their motto, it's cheaper to kill suspects than to wound them. You see, if you wound them, you have to pay for them. You see, people are not really selecting which direction they are going in. They are being pushed into this entire global system of racism that operates and exists in our everyday existence. You know, if you get a people to demean and degrade themselves, you have that smoking gun. You have won. What we need, ladies and gentlemen, what we need is a PhD in Black self-respect and dignity. Without it, we will always be crying, begging on our knees. When you think of something Black, powerful always comes to mind. Black whole, Black energy, Black man, so fine. Judges, graduates, all wears Black robes. So you thought he had a weapon? Really? Well, he does. The power genetic materials of his testicles. You see, that weapon, ladies and gentlemen, is his genitals. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Oh, girl. Oh my gosh.
I'm feeling a
That
certain way.
weapon
I ain't
is
get the
his
claps or
genitals.
nothing.
Oh, can I get some claps for my girl, please?
No, it's okay. Don't give it to me yet. Don't give it to me.
No, you deserve it.
I don't want it
You
now.
deserve it. The comments was on fire. I don't know if you saw it. Somebody kept putting up fire, bars all up and through there. Thank you to those who are watching and those who are commenting. We do have some watchers. So, yo, you are dope. You are
Thank
dope,
you.
queen.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. So what I would like to do now is I would like to have all of my ladies come back to the stage. I'm gonna put my glasses on. This is when we get serious. I want to have all my ladies please come back to the stage. We're gonna have a short panel, okay? Angelic, that was fire from Michael Hamilton. Yes,
Thank you, Michael.
yes. So
And
can I
they
have
can
all
follow
the
me
ladies
at
back?
KY Angelic, or I'm on Angelic Kreations on everything, YouTube, everything else.
Oh, great. Is Petty still in the building? All right. I guess not. So, what we're going to do, ladies, is we're going to have a short panel discussion. I sent you ladies a question. So, first question up, right? Where do you feel a woman's place is during this time?
You want to go, Angelique?
Oh, I mean, I can go. When you say where's a woman's place at this time, where our places always are, we're always on the front line. If you notice anything from our history up until now, like we've always been the ones to take charge and stand up. We just don't ever get the credit for all of the hard work that we have done and continue to do. Anytime that something needs to be de-escalated, anything that needs to be done, that women are there. We've always been there. It's just that it's unfortunate that the Black woman is the most disrespected woman on this planet. So when you ask that question, as far as our place, we are the gods. Like it begins and ends with us. So as far as our place now, we've always been where we've always been. It hasn't changed. It's just being a little bit more recognized right now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring it down to my girl Petty. Petty, what do you think?
I'm sorry. I hear static, but I think you said, what do I think?
I hear you, love. Ebony, what are your thoughts on this question? Ebony?
Are right beside our king. And like Angelic said, we always been. Just think about the people who have protested, like Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X. Where were their wives? Where was, Coretta and Betty right by their side? We, in the home, making sure that they have everything they need in order to go out there, in order to, you know, just push for justice, push for change. We are, the ones that, our brothers come home to, our men come home to, and we take care of them. We, listen to them. We provide support when they need it, when they're down and afraid, and the world has been pressing on their shoulders, and they are that they don't want to cry. They cry in the dark to us. And I truly believe that is as needed, that we represent comfort for them. We represent familiarity for them. And I believe that we will continue to press on, because as women, we are the creators of, creation. We give birth to creation, and as wives, sisters, nieces, daughters, we are that support and that maternal foundation that holds the family together and holds the community together. So
One more time. Can we hear you, Petty?
Can you hear me? Yes?
We can't hear you.
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move right on to the next question. All right. Have you guys ever heard of the term clout chasers?
yes.
Ladies, do you know what the term clout chasers are? So apparently at this protest, what we have are a bunch of people who are now showing up with the protest sign. 1, 2, 3, take a picture, post it on Instagram, and then go home. What do you feel about the clout chasers that are out there for the moment, so they can get the victory of something that they did not do?
So when we talk, I mean, we have that in everyday society. You know what I mean? Like people are going to, like for me, I can't concern myself with the clout chasers because we have too much work to do. So we know that there are going to be people that do that all day long. There's some people that are involved, that are out there, some people are involved in this just to get some money out of it. For whatever reason, people might be doing what they're doing. to be honest with you, I could care less about what they're doing. I'm just really concerned about the people that are trying to do their part. Because, you know, I think there are worse things than the clout chasers. You know, there's actual people that are fronting, that are being planted out there to do harm to people. So as far as a clout chaser, I could care less about a clout chaser. I see them. Some people are really dressing up and, you know, they're out there and they have a sign and, you know, that's what they're doing. But for me, I could care less. That's they're everywhere, you know. They're in this. They're poets that, you know, we're gonna come across, that we're gonna work with, that don't even. They're doing it for clout. You know what I mean? They're doing it for likes or whatever the case may be. So I could care less about them.
Ebony, what do you think?
Well, cloud chasers, they're always going to be cloud chasers. There's always going to be, and our day and age, our time, there's always going to be people that are going to ride the movement, ride the coattail. You know, Black Lives Matter. I'm for you, holding up signs that are not for the cause. And as we know from, you know, the news and everything, there were people out there that were looting, that were doing things that we were blamed for. And there are people that are pretending to be for the cause, but are writing it because they want Black people to support them. A lot of people in the Black community have spoken in reference to the NFL apologizing to Kaepernick for his, you know, protest to, you know, be on a knee, to kneel while the, you know, the anthem is being said. But are they really, you know, sincere in that apology? Or are they just recognizing that there are so many Black people that support them or that work for them that they are coming out and saying it because they want to keep that that support going from the Black community? So to them, my focus, I would say to the Black community, let our focus be on just the main cause, which is to make change in the system as far as police brutality, so that no other Black man or woman dies at the hand of a police officer.
Okay. Yes, Ebony. I really like your thoughts and ideas on that. Thank you for sharing your perspective. All right, Petty.
Can you hear me?
What are your thoughts? Yes, we hear you now, loud and clear. What are your thoughts on the clout chasers that we have out
Okay.
there right now?
When you said cloud chasers, I didn't even think about, you know, our people only doing it for likes, or creators that aren't of color only doing it for likes and for the support of the Black community. I was thinking about businesses that I've been seeing all of a sudden are sending out these emails and saying like, we stand with you and we this, we that. Because I've gotten a bunch of emails like that from companies I've ordered stuff from and stuff like that. And I feel like they don't really stand with us. They just want to make sure that they still have our dollar, because they're seeing how many companies, how many businesses are getting canceled by the Black community for the simple fact that they're not putting out statements. I would much rather you stand in your truth. Don't act like you care. Don't act like you're for the cause. Just say, yeah, we want to make sure we still have your money, and that's it. But I'm not going to lie to you. If it wasn't for the cloud chasers, the businesses that are doing that, I would not. I've been telling people for so many years, buy Black. Like, that is how we can keep everything within our community. If you just buy Black, you ordering this Bluetooth speaker, right? There's somebody Black who probably invented that same thing, could do the same thing, but it'd be better if you put money in his pocket. What it's done is, like, I've been seeing so many of my friends, so many people on Twitter and Instagram investing in our community for the simple fact that they see that these businesses are faking it. They're not really for it. So if it wasn't for them clout chasing, I wouldn't see all these people finally making the conscious decision to buy black. So that's what I thought of when you said clout chasing.
Hey, yes, you brought up many, many good points. Like as you first said, with businesses who are clout chasing, because you see them everywhere. Even Netflix now has a whole playlist of just black movies. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it definitely popped up as soon as I opened my Netflix today. But you also it's not just businesses and people. There are also politicians that are out here clout chasing, but they are calling themselves allies. And it puts a shadow on real allies. And it brings the question to some, do we have real allies? How do you ladies feel about this? We'll start with Angelic.
Can I? Oh, okay. Now I'm unmuted now. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. No, my mic was still okay. No, I just wanted to touch on something that I want to make sure I say your name correctly. Petty, right? Okay. So thank you for saying that about the businesses and everything else. But I also want to add, like, for example, there's about 5 of us involved in this, what we're doing right now, right? So I know when I get off of this, when we're done here, that I'm going to go and follow you guys, right? Like, it's little stuff that we could be doing that we don't even take advantage of doing it. You understand? Like, a lot of us, like, I'm so glad you said what you said, Petty, because a lot of us been doing this for years. You understand? Like, we've been saying this, so we happy other people are on board now. So we welcome them on the boat. Y'all can come on the boat, but at the end of the day, we got to make sure we do our part too. You understand what I mean? Like, the only competition you have is yourself. So I don't look at people as competition. I see other people doing great, and I want to congratulate them. I want to see them go ahead and do good things. So I think a lot of that starts with us too. And I believe that a lot of our youth, they're smarter than a lot of people want to give them credit for. They're going to be able to see through can I say bullshit? Well, I said it, so sorry. They're going to see through the bullshit. So it's almost like, people are going to try and play games. Celebrities are playing games. Everybody's playing games. A lot of people playing games. But I truly believe that people are going to see through it. Not all of it. But can you see how people are just followers? It's almost like now that it's the big trend, everybody want to be a part of it. And it's almost like, come on now. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to add that. And
that brings me to our point of allies, where everybody's following the trend, whether or not it's cool. So, do you feel like we do have real allies out here?
I believe that we live in a world of a lot of followers. Let's be real. Look what we're doing now. We live in a world where we're getting followers, likes, all of this stuff. So a lot of people are not really standing in their truth. If it's cool, that's what people are going to go with. You know what I mean? But the thing is, how do we turn this trend into something everlasting? Because if we got the people following, let them follow. If you want to pretend like you want to be down with this program, we're going to make sure that you show that you want to be down with this. So as long as we could turn those allies into something where it's not just a trendy thing, where we actually get them to put up or shut up, then I think we can make that happen. But we have to we have to have a plan. It can't just be them giving a statement. Like, for example, the lady from Vogue came out and said, she apologizes. She realizes that over the many years in her tenure, that she did not give black models the same opportunity as she gave other models. Nobody don't care about your apology. Like, why don't you put some black girls that want to be models through college right now? How about you spend that bread instead of apologizing? They could keep their apologies. That's just how I feel. Spend that guap. Spend that money, do something where you can put back into investing and put put into investing in our companies and what we can do, and then we could talk about how we're gonna make this happen. But all the apologies, I'm not with the apologies. I really don't care. You could keep your apologies.
All right, thank you. Can we have Ebony? What is your opinion on the allies?
Okay, am I muted? All right. I brought up one example with the NFL, but I totally agree with Angelique, and that if you're gonna show the Black community that you're an ally, you have to really either put your money where your mouth is or show it within your business. Now, you can apologize all you want, but apology is nothing if there's no action behind it. And action is hiring Black people in positions that can make a difference. That change involves you giving some sort of support to the Black community, whether it be in scholarships, whether it be in monetary production, hiring, whether it be any events or organizations that you create that cater to people of color in different areas. Give them an opportunity, hire more people in that particular field, so that you are creating opportunities for people. You are creating jobs for the Black community, and marching by us and, cloud and walking with signs. Yes, it feels nice. It makes us smile, but it's really in your actions. Even if you have white brothers and white friends that have a discussion, they have to have that discussion with us about how they can make changes in their life to support you as a Black person and other Black people that they may come across. So that is just not a one-time thing. It's a thing that they carry with them for the rest of their lives. So they know that this is the way we should be. We should be supportive and not tear each other down as a whole, as human beings. And within our Black community, those allies, I would say, people, I would say, that are, pretending, and, may not support, may not have the same opinions as us, don't really support Black owned. It's time for you to decide upon yourself, how to make changes so that you can support the Black community and your fellow kings and queens. So,
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your great perspective. All right, Petty, we're going to go to you next. What do you feel about this?
So as far as allies go, I don't remember your name. Is it Angelique? I'm not sure. But you said something about the lady from Vogue. I read about that too. And
Thank you for saying it. It's Angelic.
Angelic. Got you. So I read about
Thank
that.
you.
And it had me thinking, that's not what an ally is. An ally, I don't know if you guys heard about, I think it's Serena Williams' husband, because he was a founder of Reddit or something like that. Instead of making his post about how it's so important right now, and he understands our struggle, and he understands what we go through and all that stuff, and he stands with us, he gave up his position on the board, gave up his seat, and specifically asked for it to be filled with a Black person, because there's nobody Black in that room. And that brings me to my point of, if you want to be a real ally, start putting people that look like us in your boardrooms. That'll make that'll prevent them from so much trouble. If you just had somebody black sitting in that seat, they could prevent you from making so many dumb mistakes that all these big businesses make. And I was at a protest a couple, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was at a protest, and somebody, the guy that was leading it, he said something. I was like, wow, I couldn't put that into words, but I get it. He told he said he knows that there's a lot of white people there and stuff like that, and he said he appreciates them for coming out, but let's remember who the fight is for. So even though what you're saying is important, if somebody black wants to speak, not literally speak, it was just a metaphor. If somebody black wants to speak, if they want the mic, give it to them. Because although you're standing with them and you're trying to be an ally, this is their fight. And whatever you're saying can't be more important than what they're saying. So I feel like an ally is someone who knows what we're going through and understands that they will never understand, but uses their privilege to help us, because that's the best thing you can do. You have privilege, baby, use it. Like, use it and get money. You can do this and put in positions where you can help us, so do that. I don't know if it's still working.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Can
Petty,
y'all
you are amazing. Yes,
Can
we
I
hear
add
you.
one more thing? I'm sorry. Petty, I'm
I see
so
mouths
glad you said
moving.
that. I'm so glad you said that. Like you in my
I see
brain right
mouths
She
now.
can't
moving.
hear you. She can't
Oh,
hear you
okay.
right now. Her
Oh,
phone
okay.
messed up. But it's all right. So we're just gonna keep things flowing, all right?
Yes.
So
But I just want to say to
now
what she was saying was the fact that we want to have those people in the positions, but we want to have the right people in the position is what I wanted to say. Because there's not everybody black is doing the right thing. So we need to make that clear too. We don't want to just put anybody, like we got Clarence
yes,
Thomas sitting on the Supreme Court, but he ain't worth 2 sacks of shit. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure whoever we do have in those positions that they holding it down
yes,
and doing what they got to do. And to
yes, we
Michael
do need
Hamilton,
to.
Michael, for my IG, it's KYANGELIC. KYANGELIC. I asked them to put it up on the chat, but I don't think they had a chance to.
All right, so we're gonna keep going into the next question though. But thank you. I do respect your point. You did have a very valid point. How I feel like we do need allies is because we need more black police officers. I feel like if we get more young black people into the police department, then we will have somebody that's on our side, somebody who understands what we have gone through. I know I'm a little different in the way that I think, but I feel like if we have some people on both sides, that'll be the only way that we can all make it through. But I would like to know what you ladies feel about where do we go from here? Let's start with Ebony.
Um, well, I feel like we definitely should keep pushing. Um, have these peaceful protests while we can, while we have the time. Um, keep fighting until the change that we want happens. We're getting little pieces of it, like Breonna Taylor, the knock. But again, I say with that, it still needs to go further. There still needs to be better training with police department. There still needs to be a crackdown on any kind of racist acts in any part of our society. So I think we need to have a discussion. We need to push for legislation for this, because that's the only way. We can march, we can protest, but if our voice is not put is not forcing the powers that be to change the way our society or our police officers respond, or how we respond to racism, then you know it's is not going to do anything. We have to keep pushing. So keep having conversations, keep pushing, and keep leading with love and peace and support for each other. And of course, with Black owned, we have a lot of things that we need to fix within our own community as far as how we treat each other. And one step is supporting each other as artists, as entrepreneurs, as business owners. Support Black owned businesses, promote them, so that we can have another Black Wall Street. So
Yes, yes, yes. All right, Angelic.
So, I have went out. We keep going in and out. Was the question about? Can you repeat the question?
Where do we go from here?
Oh, where do we go from here? Woo. All right, I'm gonna try to keep it short. um, we need to utilize this platform to the best of our advantage. Okay, and what I mean by that is we definitely need to continue on a plan. So the plan would be, first of all, economics. We have to be able to have our own, fund our own. We need our own land. We need to be able to control our food and economics. Um, I think going, the step that we took to jump right over, we missed a few steps. So we need economics. We need politicians on our side that are going to do stuff exactly for Black people, because the one thing that Black people have done for so long is we keep fighting everybody else's battles. Okay, when it comes to civil rights and everything else, it was nothing specifically for black people, and a lot of people may not realize that the Constitution was amendment 14th, 15th, and 16th, which was supposed to be for Black people. So first of all, we got to know what we're dealing with. We got to know the world that we're living in and find a way to mimic some of the things that other people did. If we look at the Jews, if we look at the Asians and how they stick together no matter what, it doesn't matter if you don't like me. It's not about whether you like me. It's about keeping this going and making sure that we can build for our own, so we can be able to take care of our own. And we have to stop being so hard on each other and learn to love ourselves first. It starts with self. So where do we go from here? It starts with self, and everybody has to be able to do their part. And doing your part means really stepping up and doing your part. But economics is first, politicians is next. Then we could talk about police and everything else. But we got some other steps we got to take care of first. And that's where it starts. And we got to hold each other accountable. We got to hold each other accountable when other people are messing up. Like the Asians and other people have no problem saying, you know what, this person messed up and we ain't messing with them no more. We always talk about, oh, let's forgive everybody. Let's take everybody back. No, we got to hold people accountable for their BS.
Yes, yes, yes. That is amazing. I love you guys. All right, Petty, where you at? Where do we go
Right here.
from here?
Uh, Definitely, I agree with holding each other accountable, because we have a tendency as Black people to be mad for a few days, and then that's it, something else to be trending, and then we get over it. I feel like it definitely starts with self. Uh, we, as a community, we've been through. This is a traumatic experience. This has been a traumatic experience. Going all the way back to slavery, it was a traumatic experience. Even if you weren't there, just being brought up in this country is a traumatic experience, because you get treated like an other. And I also feel like as a community, we do need to start sticking together, because being literally, this is the poverty line right here. This is petty down here. Me and my family, but we're okay with that, right? There are people who look like us, who look down at us for the simple fact that we're not on the same economic standing. And just because somebody is not making as much as you, just because I'm not a doctor, a lawyer, just because I want to be a rapper, just because I'm working for a delivery company, just because I'm doing that and I didn't go to college and I'm not as elite as you, does not mean that you're not supposed to stand up for me. I'm included in the Black people that you're standing up for, not just the doctors, the lawyers, the college students, and stuff like that. The same way that whoever I'm fighting this fight for is everyone. I don't care what you did, who you are. If you are Black, before anything, I'm Black. Before anything. So that's why, like, whenever people ask if I'm feminist and stuff like that, the feminist movement they didn't even include Black people in the beginning in the first place. So before anything, I'm Black. And the reason why they didn't include Black people in the first place was because where were we? We were fighting for our men in the civil rights movement. So I see you clapping. So yeah, I feel like it starts there with ourselves, with our community, holding each other accountable, loving each other, understanding that we are the same no matter what we do. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like none of this. I feel like we're gonna be fighting the same fight 50 years from now if something doesn't happen with our education. Their kids are still being taught. It's still in textbooks things that are not true. They're being taught things that we know now, obviously, because we have the internet at our fingertips and we have the library and books. They're still being taught things that are conditioning them into thinking that they are of some type of inferior species and stuff like that. I feel like it has
That
to
is
start
very
there.
true. That is very
Yes, once
true.
we start
They
there and we
still
stop
do not
lying.
teach about Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yup.
or about the
Yup.
what Central Park really was before it was Central Park. Like, there are so many
Yup.
things about our history that have yet to make it into the history books. That's why I feel like if we get into power, it is our job, our business, to spread the word, to tell others what has gone on, to tell others of our fight, of our struggle, and to keep passing on this information. They did it back in Africa with fables and everything, so why can't we do it now? Even if it's through word of mouth,
Mhm.
Instagram, social media, however you have to do it, you have to spread the word.
What honestly, what you just said about everyone, I was gonna say not just teaching little Black kids their history. I'm talking about even teaching little white kids our history. Because
Everyone,
I remember
yeah.
I was babysitting these two Russian boys. I was babysitting them. They were kind of bad, and one of them, he said the N-word. He called me the N-word. Now that was taught. His parents weren't home. I'm pretty sure he heard that from his mom or his dad. That did not come out of nowhere. And when he said it, instead of me yelling at him because he's a child, I was upset. But I was like, you know what? Let me just sit him down real quick. And I was telling him about Emmett Till. I was telling him about Ruby Bridges and stuff like that. He didn't know anything about. He did not never heard those two names ever. He knew about Martin Luther King. He never heard of Malcolm X. Um, he. I told him about what happened with Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner, how these words are really dangerous and stuff like that. He hadn't heard nothing about it. He was in the 5th or 6th grade and still hasn't learned about Ruby Bridges or Emmett Till, and that had me like, now I see why they think these things are okay. Yeah, it's their parents, but in school they don't learn about it. And when I asked him, like, you never learned about this in school, he's like, no. I'm like, do you know what the Holocaust is? He's like, yeah. He told me a bunch of facts about the Holocaust when we went through our own genocide, and it's not talked about at all. It's like all, and in the movies that you see, whenever they do movies like that, they never make movies about Black Wall Street, us being in these high places where we had our own, economic system. We had our own everything. They don't show that. They show us being beaten, enslaved. So it makes people think that we are, again, others, and we're not. I feel like if we start teaching all kids at a young age, exactly who Black people are, where we came from, and stuff like that, not just our struggle, if that, then that can help both sides. And that's why I love what Nickelodeon did. Like, Nickelodeon educated. They know they have a diverse
You mean
kids
Sesame
watching their
Street?
channel. And, yes, and Sesame Street. And
Sesame
so
Street
many
with
parents
CNN.
were mad. So
That
many
was
parents were mad
beautiful.
about
What?
that.
When Elmo's
It
father
was. They
looked
were
at him
mad.
and said, Sesame, and not every street is like Sesame Street. I
Yup.
almost cried. I was like,
Yup.
wow, they really out here teaching real lessons. But we always did learn real lessons from kids'
Yeah.
shows. But you brought up some good, really, really, really great points. So now what I want you to do is I want you to suggest a black business.
You want me to suggest black business?
Yes, and that's to all of my panelists. Think in your heads real quick, thinking, thunking. I need you guys to suggest some black businesses to those who are listening. We're going to keep this dollar in the black community for more than the 6 hours that it stays in there now. You hear me? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'll start with Ebony. Suggest a black business, and then I'll come back to you.
Well, I'm gonna be a little biased with this one, but because she is my hairdresser, so I would say Jure Hair Incorporated, out in Long Island. You can check her out at Jure Hair Inc. on Instagram. That's her IG. And let's see, I just did some yoga yesterday about this black yoga instructor, and she's at Black Girl Yoga, so you can check her out on Instagram too and support her.
Okay. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you. Oh, I was about to go to her. Petty, you up next.
Okay. I was gonna say, Sunday to Sunday. That's a hair care line. Cause you'd be surprised how many of these hair products we use are not black owned, but they're
What?
directed towards the natural hair community. I'm guilty. I'm guilty because I got very attached to Cantu, but it's not
really
even
did
by
too.
us.
I
It's
really
not by
did. It
us.
was the scent. It was the scent that had
Yeah,
me.
but it's not
But
by
my hair
us.
started getting
It's not.
crunchy after a while.
Yep, yep. Now I use some oil that I got from the Africans down the block. Uh, okay. So Sunday
Hey,
to
to get
Sunday is
back to
a
the
hair care
motherland.
line. Naked Flamingos a skincare line. Femme Magic with 3 M's on Instagram. I went to her women's retreats. I bought her feminine hygiene care line. It's great. She has a feminine wash. She has a feminine wash called Kuchiwa where you can actually use it down there. It's not harmful at all. I tried it. It's great. Totally worth it. She has, oh, where is it? This, it doesn't have the thing on anymore, but it's Vag Elixir, and it cures everything. Take a syringe, put it up there. You don't have to buy over-the-counter medicines for like yeast infections and UTIs. You can drink it. You can put it on your eczema. Whatever it is, this heals it. And Poetic Black Girl, which is my friend Drea, she sells journals. She sells journals because there's a bunch of black poets in this community.
No, you should have told us this. My friend's gonna be like, you ain't say my business. You ain't said. So I'm trying to look for a post so I can get they well, I'm gonna say to everybody, please follow me because I will do a post with all of my friends' businesses because they're gonna kill me for this. Okay, so one of them, a beautiful friend of mine, Shelves Wealth. She does sea moss and some other healthy, great things. So you can definitely check her out. She's here in New York, in Harlem, and she does deliveries. So Shelves Wealth. Also, for those that want to detox and do cleansing, I have a connection where I work with Dr. Missions. It's something you do orally, so you can check Angelic Kreations for that. Also, I use this woman's hair care line. Oh my God, I don't know if her thing is on here. Oh, it's something naturals that's there. There's so many black entrepreneurs. Greedy Vegan, you can check her out. She has an amazing vegan restaurant in Brooklyn. I love her food. My other friend, Lit by Goddess, she does personal catering. She makes food. There's so many black owned companies, y'all. We could be supporting each other. But I promise you, if Gorgeous Lady T, Check her out. She has a amazing online presence and does some amazing things. And I don't know why I can't find the comments of the people that told me, oh, okay. So Teas of New York, we got L's Closet LLC. So there's a lot of you know, a lot of companies out there. I know I can't get them all, but like I said, follow my page at KYANGELIC, and I'll put the list telling you whatever you need. A Black person probably already done made it for you. So check us out.
That's a fact. All right. That is definitely a fact. Black people do it all first. So just some businesses I'd like to shout out. We like Mr. Takeout. He is bomb. He always got food. He ready for the delivery. And he does gourmet food in the hood. And he's from Queens. Escarres Boutique. I'm a Queens girl. I live in Brooklyn now. I was raised in Queens, but I moved out to Brooklyn. Yeah. But Escarres Boutique, shout out to them. I do buy a lot of stuff from them. What else? Home food caterers, home cooked food caterers. We have Peaches. Also, a big shout out to the first Black owned comedy club in Brooklyn, Brooklyn House of Comedy. Just a big clap for them because that's the first Black owned, fully Black owned comedy club in Brooklyn. And they are right here in Bedford Stuyvesant. So, ladies, thank you so much for coming. I really, really would like Angelic to do that first poem that you did about the Queens one more time because you were a little bit muffled. So, and I'm going to edit that out and then we're just going to have this one. All right. So just do it for us one more time and then I'll end the show. All right.
But okay.
I can't hear you.
I said I asked you that because I was trying to set it up to see if you needed it again, but I'm okay.
I heard you, but the producer said he couldn't hear you. I apologize.
Oh,
for
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I can talk to Petty and I can talk to, it was Ebony, right? Okay, I hope that was right. Hey, beautiful Black queens. Thank you for knowing your worth and what it means. To wear the color of your skin, melanin rich, body, butts, legs, and butts, some with thin and thick lips, you know they want to fool you and play tricks. Make you think you're truly not the gods. Blissfully balanced in brilliance and bravery, I wish they would stop believing we began and came from slavery. Your mother earth from birth of its foundation is God's gift and God's creation. Women were chosen to carry and care for life. 9 months in the womb, some premature, a little impatient, filled with the task of beautifying this world, demanding your time, love, and patience. Women were blessed with this blossoming bonus of birth in a human life, ready to take flight, being watched with this microscopic light. And I know it's hard at times for you to understand, constantly under attack. Movies, music,